got to Klamath Falls, I called the local Dodge dealer, Lithia Dodge, and spoke to the service department and told them what was going on with the truck, about the Bluetooth not working, the radio having no sound, and then the dash lights, the instrument panel, and then the screen for the stereo staying on. He told me more than likely it was a software update issue, and that it's covered underneath my 36,000 mile warranty, and that they could get me in the following week. Unfortunately for us, I'm over 36,000 miles, and I've only had the truck just over a year, and we're not going to be in Klamath Falls next week. So I took the truck back to the RV park. Jennifer looked up online how to update the computer, and come to find out the online system said that it didn't need an update. So on Thursday night, I disconnected the battery again, and lo and behold, it killed all the power, the juice, to the truck. Woke up Friday morning, connected the battery, and it's fixed for now. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. If it does, I guess we'll be posting an update to that. So this is what happens when you show up to an RV park on the weekend, and they're closed on weekends, and they did not send you your confirmation email listing what site you're in. It is about 9:40 at night on a Sunday. I'm gonna be up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work, and we came back from dinner and we have to move because supposedly someone has reserved our site. So I'm just going to give you a little idea. Yeah, it's dark out. The entire trailer's set up because we're supposed to be here at least 2 to 4 weeks. Good thing I installed those lights in the truck. Oh, because we came home to find that the porch light's not working on the trailer either. I guess we'll be moving at 9:40 at night. Connor's asleep, by the way.
Hello from sunny California. Currently we are in Sanger, California, which is just outside of Fresno. And we had a little bit of an issue last night. It was probably the first that we've had so far with this RV living, and hopefully it'll be the last, but I have a feeling, issues happen. So what happened was last Tuesday we called and we made a reservation over the phone, letting the woman know that we would be here for anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks. And we paid a $50 deposit in order to have a site for us and everything. Great. Then, we didn't receive like a receipt or anything, but we figured it's a smaller park and hey, whatever. So then we arrived yesterday, which happened to be Sunday, and the office was closed, which most RV park offices are closed on a Sunday. So we drove up to the window, and there was instructions there that said, basically choose a site that's not obviously taken. There were no like reserve signs on anything. There wasn't anything saying, Larson's, you're here. There was none of that kind of stuff like you would normally find in an RV park, and when you come in after hours. So we chose a spot, one of the only spots that had shade. It's over 100 degrees here in Fresno right now. We chose one of the only spots that had shade, and we hooked up. And, we put everything away. We were going to be here for a few weeks, so we put everything where, we normally do. If we stop just for a night, we don't really put everything back. We just kind of take out what we need and then, carry on for the rest of the day. So anyhow, we put everything out and started the AC, got everything, got the cooler, got the trailer cooled down. And then we decided we were going to head into Fresno and check out my husband's new job site. So we left and we checked out his job site, had some dinner, things like that, while we were in Fresno. Then we came back. It was probably just before 9 o'clock. And it was dark outside, and there was a note taped to our door. So I took the note off and I read it, and it said something like, "You are in a reserved campsite," or basically you have to move. You need to call this number. No area code or anything, by the way. So I mean, we're out of towners. We kind of need the area code. So I had to look up the area code and just take a guess that she had a Fresno area code, which she did. So I went ahead and called, and she said, "Yeah, you're in a site that was reserved for this other lady." Oh, well, I didn't realize there were reserved sites. "Well, didn't you get an email?" "No, never received an email." "Well, here, I'll send it to you now." Because, it does us a lot of good at 9 o'clock at night. But you have to move. Okay, it's dark outside, and I have a 10-year-old son who literally just went into his bedroom and crashed. He's out. Didn't matter. Maybe you can go talk to the woman in the trailer there that's supposed to be in the site that you're in. Okay, so my husband and I decided to go and chat with the lady and see if she really needed us to move tonight, which we would have done. I mean, we didn't mean to take anybody's space, obviously. And we checked out the site that we were supposed to be in, that apparently we had reserved, unbeknownst to us. So we checked out that site. It was a little small and a little tight. It was in between two fifth wheels. And, there was a lot of other open sites. So, and when we went by that woman's trailer, it was a small Airstream, and she said that she was traveling by herself. The trailer was dark. We didn't want to knock on some poor lady's door at 9:30 at night. So we thought, oh my gosh. And we were pretty upset at this point. I mean, we were a little irritated. But we went ahead and we started tearing stuff down. Then I heard voices outside. And so I went outside, and it was the woman whose spot we had unknowingly taken. And she said, "Oh, you don't need to tear down." She was very, very gracious. And quite honestly, it was what I needed. She says, "I'm in like this 16-foot Airstream. I'm not tearing my stuff down tonight, and I mean, I'm only here for 2 days. I'm here to see redwoods. That's all I really care about. So you guys stay where you are. I don't care, So it was like, oh, you are my best friend. So we stood and chatted with her for a little bit because she really was very gracious. Then I texted the lady at the office because when I had called her, she said, "You can just go ahead and text me," which to me is like, hey, don't bug me. It's too late at night to call me. Okay. So I texted her and I said, "Hey, she is going to allow us to stay in this site for the 2 nights that she had reserved it. Is it possible that we could stay here after that? Or do we still need to move? And if we do need to move, are there other sites that might work for us?" So she texted me back and let me know, these other sites. We went and took a look at them. They were kind of small. One of them worked a little bit better, so we thought, okay, we'll just go with that one. So we texted her back and said, "Hey, we're going to move to this site tomorrow afternoon." Great. So then we went ahead and went to bed, and we were still kind of left a bad taste in our mouth about the whole place. I mean, when Kurt was setting up, Connor and I needed to use the restroom, and it was before we had gotten everything put together. So we walked over and we were going to use the restrooms that are here on site. Well, we couldn't get in there because they need a code, and we had come in after hours and we didn't have a code. And same thing with the laundry room. I was going to check it out so I could start some laundry the next day, and unfortunately I didn't have the code. So I had asked her, "Hey, what's the code?" She let me know. The next day it was fine. Anyhow, we had moved around in Fresno, checking out some of the other RV parks in the area. The other ones that we checked were super duper tight, and I don't even know how some of those fifth wheels got in there. I mean, we're almost 40 feet in length, our trailer is, and there is no way we would have been able to make some of those turns to get in there. I mean, they were smaller fifth wheels, so that's probably how they got in there. But I mean, holy moly, if you need to stay in the Fresno area, honestly, this place is probably your best bet. However, because of the whole miscommunication issue and everything, and this morning, you know, I woke up and there was trash everywhere, like around so some people in a fifth wheel were obviously tearing down to leave yesterday, and there was a trash can right outside their area. There's only 2 in the park that I've seen, and they're basically like a residential trash can. They're not like a dumpster like we're used to, which is fine. But this morning, both of those trash cans were completely full and like overflowing with garbage. And somebody had obviously broken one of their, like the little sunshades that you can get and you can put up. Somebody had obviously broken one, and they just kind of basically threw it right next to the trash. So anyway, it's little things like that that are just kind of odd and not really our norm. So, I mean, we wouldn't do that. Obviously, some people do, but we wouldn't. Anyhow, so we did some checking, and I found a place in Chowchilla, which is going to give Kurt a little bit more of a commute. But honestly, it's a very nice looking park, and it has a swimming pool for Connor, and we're going to be here for 2 to 4 weeks, and it's going to be over 100 degrees. I think a swimming pool would be a lot of fun every day, especially since it's the summertime. We don't have much going on. So anyway, just a word to the wise, because obviously we were unwise, and we didn't require a reservation site, I guess. I don't know. I mean, when I went to check out and told her why we were leaving, because she asked, I wasn't going to say, but she asked why, and I said, well, because of the miscommunication last night, and it was very stressful, and quite honestly, I think that maybe the office, her, should have taken care of that situation for us. We shouldn't have had to go to the woman and talk to her about, moving. I mean, that should have been something that the other lady should have said, hey, do you mind if they stay in the site or whatever? She should have dealt with it a little bit better, because basically her attitude was kind of like, oh, well, so you live and you learn new things. I mean, I was very nice when I checked out. I mean, I'm not going to be rude that, just because there was obviously a miscommunication. However, it did kind of leave a bad taste in my mouth when she said it was a miscommunication 2 ways, meaning that we should have done something different on our end, which I guess from now on we will. But we just assumed that, parks that take people in after hours have some sort of a system. And I guess you all know what assuming does. So yeah, we totally figured that one out for ourselves. But anyhow, so we will not be staying at the Riverbend RV Park any longer in Sanger, California. We will be moving to the Lakes RV Resort and Golf Course, I think, in Chowchilla. And hopefully, we'll do a review of that place too, and we'll see what happens. All right, well, that was our lesson from last night.
Check out the travelinglarsons.com. Make sure you subscribe and like.